Hello everyone, my name is Nguyễn Thị Phượng. Today I would like to say about Scheduling Agreement Procurement Process without use PR or PO in repetitive manufacturing. And it's really interesting topics I want to share today. And let's get started. Yes, first of all, you need to know what is Scheduling Agreement is. I will talk about this very quickly. Scheduling agreement is a long-term contract with vendor that is by material and price and delivery conditions for a fixed period. Instead of creating many purchase orders, we only update scheduling which MRP can generate automatically. It is the part I will show you how to configure and what you have to prepare to make sure that MRP can generate automatically. Why scheduling agreement is easy? Because it gives so many profits. It reduces administrative works, stabilize supply, and give vendor a clear visibility of future demand. That's why companies use scheduling agreement for repetitive materials like tripod, raw materials, and components needed regularly in production. We already have overview of the scheduling agreements. Next, we will go to the agenda of the slide, what it is. So this is the agenda of the set today. First of all, we will have two kinds of master data. First of all is material master data, and second is purchase master data. And after you prepare all the master data, next is win the flow of the scheduling agreement procurement process. Make a planning table with MF50. Then run MRP with MD02 or MD03. You have to check MRP requirement with MD04. After MRP run automatic generate scheduling agreement line, you can use MD03 to maintain it. And after you maintain it, you need to have to send agreement line to vendor with ME9E. After that, you will create an inbound delivery with VL31 and next is with Migo. Good receipt. And final, use MIR7 to create invoice receipt. It is the own flow of schedule agreement process. We will go to the detail what you have to prepare and how to operate it. The part one, prepare master data. The first master data you have to prepare is the material master data. You have to prepare for material for mother part and child part. Mother part, you will have to prepare material and master with MRP view 1, 2, 3, 4, purchasing view and accounting view. For the map part, you also have prepare the BOM bill of material for mother part. It will be like this. And next is will be routing, production version, and final production calculator. And with the child part, with the material master, you only have to prepare material master with MRP 1, 2, 3, 4, purchasing view and accounting view. And next part, I will show you the detail how to configure this. The first one is a master part. In MRP view 2 procurement type, you need to enter E in-house production. And in MRP 4, you have to create production version. And because master part run with repetitive manufacturing, so that means then profile you have to set up here. And also the checkbox repetitive manufacturing have to tick. That's all for the config for mother part materials. And next one is the child part material master. Compared to the mother part, the procurement type will be F. F means that external procurement buy from other, not in-house production. In MRP4, we will leave all blank like this. And this is only fixed for material for child part. And with the purchasing master data, I will configure for child parts because the child parts will be external procurement. So that means we want to know flow of scheduling agreement. So that means this is a for requirement need to have prepare before you run MRP. First of all, this will be scheduling agreement. This is an example of scheduling agreement for JPass. You can use ME31L to create scheduling agreement, ME32L to edit scheduling agreement, and ME33L to display scheduling agreement. Second requirement is this quarter agreement. Quarter agreement is mean that you will define the quarter, the number of the percent you want to allocate each vendor. Example, in the quarter agreement like this, we have two vendors provide the material. We can see with the supply SELF, the quarter is 0 and the supply 4778 is 100%. If you want to make a quarter agreement, you can use MEQ1 to create a quarter agreement, MEQ2 to change a quarter agreement, and MEQ3 to display a quarter agreement. And next one will be solid. Solid tell the system that the vendor will supply the material will be a supplier. This is the default suppliers for the material in the specific period. And to create a solid, so you can use ME01, ME03 to display solid. And finally, this is the info record. Info record, this means that you have to enter the amount of you have to pay for unit for the material. And you can use ME11 to create an info record, ME12 to change an info record, and ME13 to display an info record. So that's all purchasing master data we have to prepare for JSPA. So based on the master data, MRP can automatically create scheduling line for you. And next part will be scheduling agreement procurement flow. First of all, we will need to enter planning production for mother part. As you can see that the number we want to produce on 16th March is 10 PC. After you prepare the production planning with MI50, you check MRP with MD04 before you run MRP. MRP will create planned order automatically with the number requirement E10 like this. And with child part is also have different requirement for child parts U10. To run MRP, you can run with MD03 for mother part. When we execute like this, it is a screen notify that MRP already run successful. And this is the screen MD04 for the mother part. With the MD04 for mother part is not changed by checking MRP before. In the child part, you can see the difference here. MRP will generate schedule like this with the number in here. While the number is 500, it's not 10 because the material is used also for other parts. And you can modify the scheduling line with ME38. As you can see that MRP run will generate automatically. You can use ME38 to modify the delivery to align with your plan or with your agreement with vendor. After you modify with MD38, you need to release output type ME9E. You input the document link agreement number in the document number. It will list on the output for the scheduling agreement. And you check the output you want to send, and based on the output type, it will generate PDF or other item. Next process will be you create inbound delivery with VL31. So you have to create inbound delivery for the item because when you check detail, the item confirm controls is 0004. This means that you need to create inbound for this, and you cannot directly use go to good receipt. You need to create inbound and here the details step. Press on purchase order and the material number with purchase document and SKU and you press auto select. After that, you can change the quantity of the material and press save. The system will create notify you that inbound delivery already created. Next is when you use Migo to create receipt and to receipt with inbound delivery, you need to select receipt and select inbound delivery and enter the inbound you already create in the previous. And you also check the item like this. The system will notify that you already create material document is successfully. Next one will be the you create invoice with MIR7. You enter the invoice date and posting date. It is amount in the invoice here. And you enter the material with the item you want to pack invoice. And also you enter the tax cost until the balance is 0. Then you can pack successfully. This is on the flow of scheduling agreement procurement process. And the next one will be common issue with scheduling agreement procurement process. The first one, MRP create plan order or STPO, then the scheduling line. I have checklist for this. First of all, you need to check item category. Next, you check task person is related or not, or lack of storage, or a lack of quarter agreement, or a lack of info records. Next one is when you check with MD04, the error determining planning periods for calendar. In this case, you need to define planning calendars, so this means have to press periods or insert manually. So that's all for today. I have several videos talk about SAP PP. You can check here. Please like and subscribe my channel. It will encourage me a lot. See you in my next video. Bye bye.